Now I'm in Horse Bay in Magnetic Island. It's a really lovely place. It's a fun place. I like it. Hi, I'm Jackie. Last week, we left Cape Gloucester on our way north. North means warmer and more tropical. The COVID vaccine is now available, and it's time that we both got our first dose. I'm very nervous of getting the vaccine. I hear so many stories about people who get sick or even die from it. The nearest city to us where we can have our choice is Townsville.
That's 110 nautical miles, so it'll take us a couple of days. There's a good sheltered bay at Cape Upstart where we can make an overnight stop, so that looks like what we'll do.
The miles take slowly by. As our average cruising speed, it takes around 10 minutes for each mile.
We mostly hang out on the bridge because along the coast you have to keep an eye on what's going on around you. There's obstacles and traffic and periods of shallow water. So it's good to stretch the legs occasionally because our day coastal passages do last, usually, between 8 and 12 hours. Since the weather is so good, Jackie takes her exercise in the form of yoga on the trampoline.
Townsville is a nice small city. I use an e-scooter to get around. Maybe you can tell that it's my first time. I'm not looking forward to the vaccination at all. I'm scared of this. So we checked out the museum. There was an exhibition on Asian Sailorgirl. The captain loved this. There was also an exhibition on diving with a huge display of different diving formats. Who knew?
It's good to have a beer, but it was time though, wasn't it?
Yes.
We're a bit late getting the COVID vaccine. I had my jab at a local GP because I had some other stuff to do with my knee. But you were scheduled to a vaccination clinic.
Yeah. More like a factory. It was very large, but it was efficient. It took less time to get processed and get the jab than the time that I have to wait afterwards for a reaction before I could leave.
Now we can get on with cruising.
Next stop is Magnetic Island. This is only a few miles off the coast from Townsville.
So, on another sparkling day, we head out of yet another marina, bound for the anchorage in Horseshoe Bay.
So many people have recommended that we come here, that I'm excited to see what the fuss is about.
Well, let's see what it's all about. We got completely sucked in by Magnetic. Some islands attract you because they're impossibly beautiful. The colours of the land raging in contrast with each other and the sea and the sky. Others are so remote that they stir the Robinson Crusoe in us.
Then there is Magnetic Island, and it is just magnetic.
This island is very close to Townsville, so it's easy to get here. It's populated, so there are passenger and car ferries. It's popular, so there are hotels and restaurants and tour companies everywhere.
The bay is really beautiful. It's wide and deep, and there are lots of other yachts here.
There's a boulevard right along the beach, and it's crammed with shops, restaurants, boutiques, pubs and apartments. It doesn't feel crowded or tacky though, and it's nice to walk along and see what is there.
I love the boutiques. The captain says that I have a spending problem, but I think I'm clever. I only buy things that are useful or pretty. It is nice to walk into the shops and look around. There are not many COVID restrictions here, which is nicer. I want to try out our stand-up paddle boat. Okay, I got this. Easy up. No problem. Paddling seems easier on one side and not the other. Why is that? Feeling good now. Let's get back to the boat. Tonight's dinner needs some preparation time. These are my dumplings. I'm going to make dumpling tonight. I need some fresh chives. Shallot, ginger, pepper, 5-star spice, boil water. This is my ginger, shallot, pepper, mixed water, and now I put in the filter to get ready. All this water is going to go to my dumpling filling, the mince. I already minced. It's all the fish that is we caught before. Put it there. Yeah. I just put the water a little bit, step by step, and stir in one side. But I think I probably should change the bake bowl. It's too small. This is soy sauce. I'm going to put 3 spoons. This is the cooking wine, Chinese cooking wine. One, 2, 3. Sorry, a bit more. white pepper. Normally I just put like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. After put everything in, I stir. And now this is my chives. These chives I already chop, and also I put some oil. I put some oil because if you put oil, it's when you cook the chives, they still it's fresh green. They won't change color. That's the secret. Now I put everything in here. My captain and myself, we like more tasty, so I will put a little bit more salt. It's 1 spoon, maybe 1.5 spoon. See how we go. The dough is a simple flour, water, and a salt mix. It has been rolled into a long thin tube around 3 centimeters thick. The tube is then cut into 1 centimeter pieces. Each of the pieces is floured and pressed into a disc. Now is the hard part. Using a small roller, you have to roll out each disc to a skin about 5 centimeters across. The way to do it is hold the edge of the dough in one hand and roll the edge that you are not holding, then quickly change your hold a bit around the skin and roll again. Using this method, you turn and roll until skin is done. Now we are ready to put the dumplings together. Yeah, put my filler here and in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish? Yeah. Filler. Bean. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Eat. Finish. There are 3 ways to cook dumplings: boiling, steaming, and frying. I will cook these dumplings 2 ways. For boiling, first start with a pot of boiling water, about half full. Place the dumplings in the boiling water, stir a little to make sure that they don't stick. Allow the dumplings to reboil without covering. When they are boiled again and are floating, and put a half cup of cold water. In a minute or 2, they will boil again. Do this 3 times in total, and the dumplings will be ready. To fry the dumplings, heat some oil in a pan and add the dumplings, then add boiled water. It's a half level of the dumpling. And put the lid up. And we turn the fire to medium. We set up, normally it's 8 minutes, but our stove is not strong, so I probably put 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You see, the old water is gone. And let we check. We see the top is ready, but we just see the bottom is crispy. Oh, it's finished. It's ready to eat.
So, very first time I'm trying pork and fish dumplings. The fish is spotted mackerel that we caught right off the back of this boat. Let's try one by itself first.
Without any sauce? You don't want to? Okay.
First one.
Inside.
Mmm. It was very, very good.
Okay.
It doesn't need the sauce. I'll put a bit of sauce on, but it just doesn't need the sauce.
It's good, right?
Oh, it's very, very good. No, 2, and then 4, and then 6. Now, having tried and eaten a lot of the fish and pork dumplings, we're now going to do the leftover dumplings. Now, what are the leftover dumplings, you may ask? The leftover dumplings is that you always end up with more skins than you have filling. So you've got to fill those skins. And so what Jacqueline has done is she's filled those skins with egg and chives.
Not chives. It's a shallot.
Egg and shallots, I am corrected.
Yeah.
As well as some Polish salami. So that's a bit of a mix.
And with the dry shrimp.
And with dried shrimp.
Yep.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, these ones are fried.
Yeah.
So, let's see what's going on here. And I'm told they're very hot.
Yep.
Can you hear the crunch? Oh. Oh. That's a bit of a taste sensation. Try it with a bit of dumpling sauce. Very hot. Wow. We've discovered a new dumpling flavour. Egg, dried shrimps, Polish salami, and shallots. A big winner.
You think it's better than the fish, pork, chives?
No, but it's fun.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
We are on the bus in the Horseshoe Bay on the way to check out our funky rental car. Have a coffee.
Well, that's good. We got our little rent car and we've come to the very end where you can drive at Picnic Bay. Now our plan is to basically just look at all the bays from here back to where the boat is at Horseshoe Bay. See how we go. Wouldn't own this car. We're doing 30 kilometres an hour up this hill and it doesn't go any faster.
Bungalow Bay is a beautiful park where people can stay in cabins or their own tents or campers. They also have a small animal park and have tours that highlight animals on the island. Although these are aimed at children, I'm happy to get close to animals that I don't see in the city. This wombat was just too cute. Look at him. are not actually native to Magnetic Island, but they have done well here. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you will join me next week as CathayOz pushes north to our final destination for this trip. See you then!